Okay, amazing. Well, good morning, everyone, and thanks for being here. We're doing kind of a series of highlighting team agents and why they're on teams, and individual agents and why they're working as individuals. So this is going to be amazing. We have Steph Hetherington on today, who has been with the team now, I want to say 4 years. Is that right, Steph?
I'm just starting my 5th year. Yes.
Get the heck out. Okay, time flies when you're having fun, right?
Yeah.
Um, so she came to us from a lab, actually working in a lab at Sunnybrook, which is so relevant, and and just knocked it out of the park. So Steph, you earn over 300,000 GCI gross commission income, like year over year. This was last year. You have literally increased the amount of money you've made despite the market. So I just want to go back and touch on a couple of things here. So question for you, what inspired you to join a real estate team?
Yeah. So, obviously I got licensed in March 2020, COVID, great time to get started. So, as a brand new agent, I had the choice obviously of going solo, team. And for me, I knew in order to get where I wanted to be in this business, being a driven person just by nature, I needed that mentorship, the guidance and support of a team. I had a 3-year-old at home too when I got licensed. Now I have two, but I think joining a team too, where there was a lot of other parents on the team, having that kind of support system, not knowing really what to expect as a brand new agent. That was really, really important for me to have that, as I said, that mentorship and that support. Cause I had no idea what to expect, especially coming straight out of, the real estate college.
Absolutely. And can you share how being a part of a team has accelerated your income potential compared to working solo? Like for you specifically, how do you think that's helped you?
Yeah. So, up until like last year, so like year 4 in the business, that's when I started to kind of see some of like my sphere starting to, do some deals. I started to see more like repeat clients, referrals. So really like year 1, 2, 3, like I have to say, like, I don't have the stats in front of me, but I believe that like 99% of my business came through the team in some way, form, and another with the opportunities that the team gives. So it completely accelerated my income potential, whether it be, through our shared leads, the different lead avenues that we have, and the access to those leads through our databases. And just like, again, the learning, the collective kind of marketing efforts throughout the team, and leaning and leveraging this amazing, incredible team. Without that, I would definitely not be, where I'm at today if it weren't for some of those key things.
And then what are the top benefits you feel you've experienced from working within the team environment?
Yeah. So again, the biggest thing for me is just the learning and the continuous learning that comes with the team. Like there's so much opportunity, not even just with our team, with our brokerage. Like there's just an incredible amount of training opportunities every single day. Like as our team, every morning we meet, start our day off right. We have different, Monday we talk about market stats. We do scripting a couple days a week. We always have amazing trainers and other opportunities, throughout other days and throughout the, month as well. And just all of the opportunities, especially through training and that kind of collaborative support from the team is what really kind of, I think, accelerated my business. And then again, just leveraging these awesome systems that we have in place. Like I joined this team because of, the reputation and the systems for success that are already set up and in place. And really you follow them and you too will be successful.
Yes. And I think even the management team has a huge impact on that, like where you have this incredible group of people that pour into everyone and are so high level in absolutely every area. So I think
Yeah,
that's super important. What are the, like,
absolutely.
I noticed you're coming out to the Propel event on Monday, and you come out to the big conferences and lots of things. Why do you do that? Why do you choose to be in those rooms, stuff?
I mean, the energy in those rooms is just, it just like I always have a fire lit, but like I feel like when I attend those sort of events and those conferences and those networking events, it just really kind of accelerates the fire, that passion. Hearing from others, there's always so much learning, like so much opportunity to hear what other top agents in the industry, you know, Canada wide, even in the US, are doing that are, you know, propelling them and taking their business to the next level. So I don't think we can ever stop learning. And so, yeah, attending those sort of events really, you know, gives you new insight, new ideas, and again, just kind of continues to ignite that fire to keep going and, you know, try new things that
You know,
potentially will take your business even farther.
yeah, no, I love that. And I think that it's so true. Even just a top tip I got from the Buzz conference by attending that one for everyone is actually video CMAs. So going through that your database you have and actually doing a, you know, twice a year video CMA that you send to them in terms of where their property currently sits. So just a tip for everyone there. So
Yeah.
can you describe a challenging moment in your career and then how the team support has kind of helped you overcome that?
Well, yes. And I know, you know, I've had a lot of challenges, especially in the
No.
beginning. So many. If you like, Jen had thought she'd seen it all until I came around. And I mean, I'd like to say those challenges, they were all incredible learning opportunities, right? Without them, we're not learning and growing. I mean, you know, I won't get into specifics of, you know, some of these ones, but I've definitely had my fair share. And, you know, some of these challenges 4 years ago would have brought me to tears. And today I can say, you know, I let those sort of things roll off my back. I handle them professionally, but I've learned definitely to kind of detach from the result. Obviously, still serving our clients at that top level, but understanding that some things are beyond my control. And I definitely learned that through the team. And without the team support, I don't think I would have made it through some of these very challenging experiences because of the experience of the agents on the team. And of course, you, Jennifer, like helping me to navigate them and come up with a solution so that at the end of the day, everyone is happy and ultimately leading to, you know, a successful closing. And yeah, again, a great learning and growth opportunity too.
Yeah, if we're not, what do they say? If we're not learning, we're dying. Essentially, if we're not growing, we're dying. Um,
Exactly.
okay, now in what ways has the team's network, like our network and resources contributed to your personal growth and your sales achievements? Like specifically, what are those things? I always look at it like this, like what are the three things new agents specifically and agents that want to improve, what are the three things they need, right? They need leads, they
Mhm.
need a lead source, they need training and mentorship, and they
Yeah.
need um like, well, I would almost say like next level, it's almost next level training, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So,
Yeah.
like as you said, in terms of just the lead potential, like, you know, we have this incredible database of warm leads that we all have an opportunity to call and
Mhm.
dial, you know, with all of our other websites, you know, through our sync platform and inside sales department, there's a ton of opportunity there as well for those leads. And just, especially, you know, for me, when starting as a new agent, again, leveraging this already successful team, hosting open houses, even though I didn't have my own, you know, listings at that time, just having those opportunities to go out and prospect through the team, and then just this incredible network of professionals, whether it be trades, you know, we have this great vetted group of incredible people, lawyers, appraisers, contractors, you name it, we have it. And that we use them, you know, hundreds of times each year for all of our transactions. So having access to those people is incredibly important too for client, you know, satisfaction and a successful transaction.
Absolutely. Now, what would your advice be to a new realtor who's getting into the business or has been in and is struggling a little bit?
Yeah. So, I mean, if for me, if you're an individual agent, like on your own, struggling, again, for me, it's all about the team. Like you need that support and that training and that guidance. And I also feel like we're really special too, because we have, we also take into consideration everyone's individual goals too. And, we set commitments weekly. We're kind of checking in, keeping each other accountable. So having that support, that system in place of amazing people to kind of lean on and help push you through has been instrumental for me. And I think can be, and would be instrumental for a lot of newer agents or even solo agents that are, they're okay, but they're kind of wanting to take their business to that next level. Yeah, I just think it's a great place for agents to go to collaborate with everyone. And again, the opportunity is limitless really within the team in terms of leads. Like if without having the leverage of the team, like I wouldn't be able to do as many transactions each year because of the team is why, I'm able to continuously kind of increase year over year.
That's so great. That's so great. Okay. How has the team's leadership and culture influenced your approach to real estate sales and client service?
Yeah. So for us here, I mean, we come from this place of giving before receiving. So I think that really spoke to me. And that was one of the reasons, why I joined this team. Cause, I did my due diligence, interviewed with others, right? And it was that ultimate like that coming from a place of service, right? Giving before receiving. And because of that, I mean, we have the most, loyal and best clients and database of friends that are grows. So I think that really coming from that place, as I said, of service was really important for me. And I think it brings us, to the level that we are today in terms of business.
Now, going into you going back to where you were talking about how at the beginning you had some, like challenging clients, challenging experiences. Why do you think you were attracting more of those experiences as a new realtor? Like, what brought that about? And why do so many new agents also experience this? What do you think?
Yeah, well, so a couple things. Like personally for me, I mean, in this business, mindset is a huge thing. And when I first started, I'm going to be honest, like that was not something that I was personally working on and developing. It was a little, I thought it was a little like hokey pokey. Like I had never really put too much thought into it and was kind of like, oh, what's all this, mindset stuff about? And I definitely think that is why in the beginning, especially, I encountered, so many challenges because I really wasn't in that right mindset, that right space. By nature, I was kind of a bit of a pessimistic person. So through this team, I had the opportunity of connecting with Grace Simon, who's this incredible John Maxwell trained mindset coach. And I did some work. I did a lot of work with her one-on-one. And that was over like the last year and a half. And I truly believe, especially like that was one of the main reasons that, it really took my business to that next level. Just really focusing again on the why we're doing things, that really motivates us, and visualizing again what I want for my future. And that has helped to kind of accelerate things. So mindset is a big one. And I think just confidence too, as a new agent, like you don't know what you're doing. So again, as my confidence grew in what I was doing and with this business and this new career, that definitely helped to, I feel, eliminate some of those challenges that I was facing. Because as with experience comes confidence. And again, I feel like that confidence was accelerated because I had the team support behind me.
And so it sounds like it's that level of, like, I believe in your energy, basically your vibe attracting your tribe, right?
Yeah.
So as your confidence came up and that confidence in also being able to say no when you see red flags with
Yes.
clients where they're going to be challenging or difficult, or just it's going to be an incredibly difficult situation, you can say no because you trust and know that you're going to have so much other business that will come to you. It's almost like if you said to the universe, hey, I'm willing to take this, please send me more of this difficult situation, right? Instead of, saying no and then just being clear about the kind of clients that you do want to attract, right? I know it's a
Right?
little out there stuff, but that's where we live.
Yeah, exactly. Just waking up every day, like, I'm so grateful for all these
Yes.
amazing clients that are coming my way, right?
Yes.
Because yeah, in the beginning, I definitely said yes to too many no people.
Right. And you don't
Right.
know that. That's the thing. In the beginning, I did the same, and this is true of most people. You just don't know what you don't know yet.
Mhm.
But it sounds like you've really invested a lot in yourself, and you are showing a parallel between your personal growth and awareness really of yourself and who you are to your income. So as you're doing that work in your personal growth, your income has come up.
Yeah,
So it
absolutely.
sounds like that's something that's really impacted your world, right?
For sure. Yeah, I definitely think that, like, personal development and personal growth, yes, that, impacts all areas of your life. And whether, personally, professionally, health-wise, yes, 100%.
And what about the impact of artificial intelligence like AI and tech to real
Yeah.
estate today? How much impact do you think that's having right now?
Oh my gosh, a huge impact. And so, as part of, all of the training opportunities and such that we have on the team, obviously AI is the future. And I think if you're not on board now, like, you're going to get left behind in the dust. So, we are fortunate, to have access to some of the AI, leaders in our brokerage, and training with them, and using and starting to implement that technology into our everyday business, because that is the future of our business. And we're fortunate to be able to have our finger on the pulse of all of those changes and opportunities and incredible, technology that a lot of other people aren't using, that will, continue to accelerate us.
Yeah, and that's a big shout out to Carrie Sauvé. So she's actually the ESP global AI tech consultant, and she's been speaking all over the world and investing in different AI products. So yeah, thank you so much, Carrie.
I
And
love
Steph, you are a mom. So do you want to just explain a little bit about your home life and your kids and how it's kind of a fallacy that there's balance, but how do you
Yeah.
manage all of your life and still maintain this crazy level of production?
Yeah. So yes, I have two kids at home, a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old. I actually had my 2-year-old obviously in 2021, and didn't take a mat leave because it was a very busy year. My husband he took pat leave, which was amazing and so fun for him to get to experience that. But yeah, as you said, it's really hard to really call it a balance. And I think especially in those first like few years, there was some teetering. There was very little balance. I was doing, I'm always like I'm a hustler by nature. So work, work, work. Of course, I love my family and they are, ultimate number one priority. But I'm not gonna lie, it can be challenging at times. But again, with the support of the team, like, kids get sick. Today, daycare is closed. I think great day for daycare to be closed. Things beyond my control, but because of the team, I'm able to, again, leverage the support of my teammates, lean on them for help when things like this arise, like unforeseen things. So yeah, and it's all about, I think, like day to day kind of managing with two young kids, a family, and work, of course. It's all about time blocking and staying committed to a schedule, because otherwise, if you're jumping all over the place, you get kind of all muddled up and lost in the schedule and things don't get done. So, I'm a very organized person in terms, and time blocking is essential to kind of keep everyone happy and keep it as balanced as possible.
And so showing up, it sounds like showing up to, those morning meetings where you kind of have that check-in and accountability. that's
Yeah.
been helpful to you, right?
For sure. Yeah, that's like it starts your day off, right? It's a yeah, show up, be present. It's a good kickstart to the day. And again, every day is a great learning opportunity, or especially Mondays talking about market stats, things like that. Where it's something important each day that's keeping me in check and reminding me the day is started. The kids are off to school. It's time to get going, and you got 8 hours till you got to pick them up. So let's do this.
Love it. And
Yeah.
what would you say, a question we get asked all the time is like, what is the quality of your leads? Like, what does that mean to you, Steph, when someone asks, what is the quality of the lead? If there's a bunch of lead sources and someone goes, what is the quality? What would be
Yeah.
your answer to that?
The quality is what you're going to make of them is my answer to that, right? Leads, people, a lead, some leads are gonna, they'll come in and guess what? They're unicorns. They're gonna buy tomorrow and it's gonna be great. Some leads I'm nurturing for 2+ years, right? It's all about following up with those leads. People are going to make moves, are going to buy or sell at some point, right? On average, it's about like every 5 years or so. It's all about staying consistent and following up with them and offering that value and showing your value so that when the time comes and they think of real estate and that's that time for them, they think of you.
And
Yeah.
you must have those moments like you're lying in bed and you think, oh, I just don't want to do it this morning, right? You have those moments.
Yeah, yeah, for
So,
sure. Yes.
so how do you overcome that? When you don't want to work out, or, you just feel like you want to lie on the couch and eat Cheetos and watch Netflix. Like, how do you overcome those thoughts and those feelings, right? And everyone has them.
Oh, yeah. For sure. And
Mm.
again, to me, I have to reflect on, again, it's so important to kind of like have that why, bring it back to like, why am I doing this? Why is this important? What do we want? What do I want for my family, for the future? So kind of bringing it back to that will get you off that couch or get you out of bed. And as you said, we've all had times like that. And one of my teammates early on in the beginning, and, I'm like, I'm just so tired. For me, it's like the late night negotiations. They get me. And she's like, just don't take your foot off the gas. And truthfully, like I always repeat that to myself in those sort of situations. Like I'll have my break. I'll have my vacation, my well-deserved time. But it's like, just again, focusing on not taking your foot off the gas and, but refocusing again at the end of the day, ultimately, why are you doing this?
Yeah, I love that. The why is so important. And
Yeah.
what about when you hear agents talking about all of the reasons that they're not able to do certain things, right? Like you hear the blame on the brokerage, the blame on their husband or their wife or the kids or their health or the this or the that. Now there are legitimate health issues, people. We're not going there. We're just
Yeah.
saying, they're what is your thought on this?
Yeah. I mean, my thought is we all have things that are going on in our lives, right? Everyone's got
Yes.
something happening, but ultimately, again, like it keeps coming back to that why, and like you got to do it for yourself. Like you deserve it. So, yeah, it's like everyone has excuses or reasons, but it sometimes can be challenging to push through them, but at the end of the day, again, if you have a very strong why, you'll be able to push through those. And if you don't, I totally recommend like doing some one-on-one coaching with someone that can help get you past some of those barriers. And with the team too, as I said, we kind of set weekly commitments. If someone's struggling with something in particular, we can partner up with someone that's going to help keep you accountable to kind of, again, push through some of those boundaries and
Yeah, I
limitations.
think
Yeah.
it's so important. Yes, because the truth is we are where we are in our life because we've created it. And I believe this 100%. So I look at each aspect of my life, finances, relationships, health, all of those things, and I realize I've created it. So if I've created it, how can I change my mindset and now create something different? And that does, in a lot of cases, take personal growth work. So you can do group coaching. And if you don't have the funds for that right now, you can even jump on YouTube and watch all kinds of amazing personal growth and development free, which is so great, which is what I do every single morning on the treadmill, right?
Yes. And I was going to say, and like even our teammates, especially a lot of the newer agents, just the opportunity, even with Wednesdays with Laura Short, like her Wicked Wednesdays, she's running kind of coaching opportunity there. There's just so much opportunity for that training and support in all avenues, really, especially with our team, which is why I love it so much.
That's so great. All right. Yeah. So thank you very much. I think just opening it up in case anyone has any questions. Does anyone have anything they want to ask Steph while she's on? So let's see. Anyone in the chat, SG?
No,
I know it's pretty straightforward, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I mean, if anyone has questions offline, yeah, just you can find me and reach out, and I'm happy to chat.
Yeah. And I think ultimately anyone can create success in your life. It's just about starting with small commitments to yourself first, because the truth is we make ourselves promises. We make ourselves promises about what we're going to eat or how we're going to exercise, or we're going to turn off Netflix and go to bed. So it's like starting with one thing and making a decision that you're going to have the integrity to self, actually to yourself first, and meet that commitment. And if you struggle doing that, like even setting up, I have accountability groups for quite a few things, and I have to do a check-in, right, with those people. So I choose people that are exceptional in that area of life, right? And they have a very high level of commitment to getting things done, right? So if I don't do it, for me, I'm better off with, a negative consequence than a, like the carrot versus the stick. So I'll put in a negative consequence where I have to do more of the same thing or write someone a check for a lot of money, right? So what do you do for yourself, Steph, to motivate yourself? Is it a carrot or a stick? Or have you just come to a place where you're just able to keep that integrity with yourself and your commitments?
Yeah, I definitely feel I've always been someone that's more of a carrot, like rewarding myself. So for me, it's like a spa day or something like that. That's what I love to reward myself with. But I feel like with the consistency that I've had and keeping up with those commitments, those goals and things like that, I'm definitely at a place now where it is more consistent in terms of kind of showing up every day and doing the things that I say I'm committing to. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it's, and just making sure everyone's starting. If you're struggling, you're overwhelmed with this and you go, oh my gosh, this is so much. Just start with one small thing. It's integrity. It becomes integrity with yourself, to yourself, keeping those commitments. If you let yourself down, there's no way you are going to be able to keep the integrity in place and meet your commitments to someone else, right? So the toughest one is to start with yourself, and it can be just small things, just one tiny little commitment, right? Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you for your time this morning, Steph. This was absolutely amazing. I hope everyone enjoyed and got something incredible from it, that you're feeling motivated and excited and just ready to rock the world, right? What a cool business we're in.
Yeah, so fun. Well, thank you so much. This was a great birthday morning for me. Yeah.
Woo! That's what I should have led with, was the happy birthday. And we did sing.
I know I missed that yesterday. I'm sorry.
We did train wreck it. And I wanted to say thank you too for SG manning the ship and starting with that incredible music, whoever put that on. That was absolutely awesome.
That was Angelique. I can't take credit for that.
Okay, Angelique, shout out to you on the music, and thanks SG for manning the ship.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, everyone.
Have a great day, guys.
An incredible day.
Everybody.
See you next Friday.
Bye-bye.